Reading with a child. Sounds simple, right? You sit together, open the book, and off they go. Except suddenly you're not sure where to sit. You're not sure who should be holding the book. And they're staring at you like you should be doing the reading. And wait, were you supposed to cover the pictures or not? If you've ever found yourself panicking over a reading session, this video is for you. Hello there, fabulous TAs. I'm Lauren Reasoner, and I was a TA one-to-one and HLTA for 20 years. I even did 6 weeks of teacher training, but I absolutely hated it. And now I create videos that answer all your TA questions. So if you want to learn more about being a TA, grow in confidence, cope with interviews, and all manner of other TA related stuff, start right now by subscribing to my channel. Let's walk through what best practice actually looks like when hearing children read without overcomplicating things. So, first of all, set the scene for success. Before the child reads a single word, check these quick wins. Get comfy. You and the child both need to be comfortable physically and emotionally. So, an upset child is not a good time to get them to read. Let them hold the book. It's their reading session, not yours. You can follow along, but they're in the driving seat. And also, holding the book is a skill. Holding the book, turning the pages. I mean, I would say that if it's a very big book, you can hold one side or get them to rest it on the table. But you want to encourage them turning the pages so that they know that, we turn from right to left when we're, in here in the UK. Finger on the word. Encourage them to point as they read. It helps them track the text and not lose their place. Simple, yes, but hugely important. Now, the 3 clues of early reading. Children don't just guess words, they're using clues. Help them notice and use these 3 types. Picture cues. Let them look at the pictures for clues. Don't cover the pictures up. Pictures are part of the story. And if they see, in my day when I was learning to read, it was like cover the picture up because otherwise she's going to sort of pick up what's happening. And so she might read the words, but because she can see what's happening in the picture, that's not how we think today. Let them use the picture to support their ability to decode the words. Phonic cues. Encourage them to look at the first sound of a tricky word, for instance. If it starts with a S sound, what might make sense here? So again, you could get them to look at the picture. Is there anything beginning with S in the picture that might make sense for this word? And context cues. Support them with working out tricky words within the context of the story. What word would sound right? What word would make sense in the context of what you've read so far, in the context of the picture you can see? These strategies help children feel confident, and that's half the battle. So yes, so you don't, the last thing you want to do is to, give them an unfamiliar book that's sort of cold. If they are looking at an unfamiliar book, let them look through it. Give them 5 minutes to actually, have a look through it, turn the pages, talk about it. So they get an introduction to the book. Now, when children get stuck, what should you do when a child reads something wrong or hits a tricky word? Here's what you should do. Don't jump in too fast. Give them time to notice it doesn't make sense. Ask, don't correct. So try saying, does that sound right? Or Look again, what might make more sense? If they're really stuck, just tell them the word. It's not a test, it's a learning moment. And if they're reading confidently, let them self correct. It builds real reader independence. Word building and praise. Encourage children to build simple words by sounding out if they know enough sounds. It's really important to practice those phonics skills. And praise like mad. Every effort, every attempt, every try, notice it and celebrate it. Confidence is everything in early reading. We really do want children to pick up a book and look forward to the experience, not to feel like they're being tested. Don't just read, talk. So, reading is more than just decoding, it's about understanding. Help children think and talk about what they read. So, you can ask questions like, what do you think about what do you think this book is about before starting? That's always a great starting point. Looking at the cover, what do we think this book is about? So they can look at the image on the cover. If they can work out some of the words, that those are all clues as to what the book might be about. And you can ask, what might happen next? So going by what they've reading, can they make a prediction? Or you can ask, how do you think this character feels? You can ask, what was your favourite bit? And you can ask, can you tell me what's happened so far? So can they sequence the story? What happened at the beginning? What happened next? Then what happened? So use open questions that invite the child to talk. Even confident decoders need help understanding, connecting with the story, because some children just are reading the words, but they're not understanding the words. They're not understanding the context. They're not understanding what's happening because they're so busy thinking about the words. So it's really important that you slow, you can have real confident readers, but they must, what you need to do is slow them down by asking them questions about the story. So what's happened in this story, to see if they're actually understanding the words that they're reading. So you're not just listening, you're guiding. Hearing a child read is not about sitting silently and nodding. It's an active, encouraging, skillful way of supporting their learning journey. And whether they're sounding out cat or breezing through a non-fiction book, you're there to guide, prompt, and cheer them on. So let's have a quick recap. So these are the things you should do when you're listening to children read. Let them hold the book and track the words. Teach them to use picture, phonic, and context cues. Give them time to self-correct. Encourage talking about the book by asking open questions. And praise and encourage every single step of the way. Now, once you've done your reading session, if you're not sure what to actually write in the reading log after the reading session, in the next video, I'll show you exactly what to write and what to avoid with real examples you can use. So no more staring at the page wondering what to write. That one is coming up next. So click on the video that's just popped up on your screen and I'll see you there.